All right, I see everybody joining us. Welcome, welcome to the first 50 Strong Employer Connect of 2025. Excited is kind of an understatement. We are pumped to be here. We have 867, I believe, that registered. So huge numbers.
Now 875.
Oh, 875. See, they just keep coming up. So we're really appreciative of you being here. If you have never come to a 50 Strong Employer Connect event, welcome. We are going to drop a poll in the chat. Just we want to see where you're at, if you've joined before, and just learn a little bit about you. So we're super excited for you to be here. My name's Chantal, and I'm with our team, our managing co-founder, Candy Tillman, and our colleague, Kate Wood. Everyone say hi, and you'll hear from Candy in a little bit as well. But if you have never joined before, the premise is building connections, right? We know that finding your way in a civilian job field is pretty nerve-wracking, and it can be really overwhelming. We're really hoping that these Employer Connect events, focus on building genuine connections and getting industry-led career prep. You're getting firsthand insights from industry leaders, and that's what makes a huge impact. We work to enable employers to make sure that they're opening strong pathways for the military community and offer ways for strong military talent to be able to opt in and explore their efforts. So what we mean by that is, even if you don't find a fit today with who you're talking to in terms of jobs that align with your goals, we're really hoping that the collaboration, the joint efforts of all these employers give you the tools and resources needed in your job search. But I guarantee you're going to learn something you didn't know about today. So, all right, today we have 23 stellar employers that are here today and want to talk directly to you. And so we're super excited and grateful for all of their participation and all of our job seekers that are on the call with us today. Next month on February 6th, we have a really cool event with 15 different dealers from History of Materials Handling. So we do hope you join us for that as well. We'll drop a link for all of our upcoming events here in the chat shortly. Take a look at this super cool graphic that has a fraction of the Employer Connect events and featured events that we have for this year. So please make sure that you're subscribing and following on the latest events, because we have a ton of Employer Connect events. We have some student-focused events. We have featured employer events. So we really want you to see what's out there and join for all of them if you can. Speaking of subscribing, we really want to make sure that you get up to date with all of the latest news and announcements. So make sure to follow us on our website. Now's the time to take your picture or your camera out and take a picture, scan these QR codes, follow us on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, and then our website so you can stay tuned. And I'm going to leave that up there for just a second because I want to read some of the poll results. So it looks like 47% of you have joined before, and 53% of you are here for the first time. So super excited. Thank you so much for being here. And it looks like, oh, this is kind of a first. Typically we have the most junior enlisted E1 to E4 at these events, but today we only have 11%. It looks like it's a tie between E5 and E6 and E7 and E8 who are here today. So very cool. Thank you so much for being here. And about 44% of you are currently enrolled or recently graduated from a degree program. So there's all kinds of pathways for everyone on this call today. All right. Now you're going to hear from me just a little bit, and then Candy, and then we're going to introduce some of our employer partners, and then we'll open the breakout rooms. So just so you know, the intro will finish up. We have about another 20 minutes or so. We'll open the breakout rooms for a full hour. And then once the breakout rooms are over, we'll come back and do a wrap up and some giveaways. But with that said, I am going to stop sharing my screen and pass it over to our co-founder, Candy.
Hello, everybody. Thank you all so much for being here with us today. We are super jazzed that you're here for let me look again, for the 52% of you that are here for the very first time with us at 50 Strong. This might feel like a little bit much. So what I'll ask you is just even listen if you want to do that for this first time. Our goal is to help make sure that you are getting directly connected to employers. You're always welcome back here at any time. So use this based on how it makes sense for where you are in your journey, and how comfortable you're feeling. If you want your video on, great. If you don't want it on, great. If you want to talk, great. If you don't want to talk, great. The point is, even just hearing some of what is happening can be really helpful. The chat during this first intro can be a little bit crazy. But we do like for people to be able to engage. So for those of you that I have not met yet, my name is Candy Tillman. My husband, Kevin, and I started 50 Strong in 2020. We host almost everything that we do is virtual because frankly, it's just efficient for employers and for you as well. I have a couple of things that I want to share with you we have exciting and underway for 2025. Before I share those exciting things, though, I do just again want to say to our partners that are investing in our efforts, we could not do this work. We could not extend complimentary invites to new employers. We could not invest in technology. We could do none of this without your help. So to our sponsoring employers that you're going to hear from in just a minute, thank you so much for your investment and your collaboration every single day. I want to call out a couple of things that we have coming up. It looks like about half of you that are joining us are currently enrolled in school. Something that we tried out in December was an effort specifically focused on students, so military affiliated students. I'm so happy to share with you that in 2025, in addition to all of our 50 Strong EmployerConnect work, we will have 3 events that are virtual and 100% focused on opportunities for military affiliated students, to include internships, part-time roles, full-time roles for students and for recent graduates. So for the about half of you that are here that are students, please make sure that you're tracking. I also wanted to share yesterday on LinkedIn, I said that I would make a donation to one of our nonprofit partners, $1 for every single person that registers for this event. So at this moment, we have 879 folks that register for this event. Some of them will be joining us later during the breakout rooms because they know that they can, but 50 Strong will be making a donation to Veterans Bridge Home. If you are not familiar with this organization, it's kind of in the Southeast, a really strong organization. We'll drop in their URL so you can check them out. I also wanted to share, we've been investing a lot in technology that will help us take what we're doing here with you at 50 Strong and make it a whole lot better. So please stay tuned to 50 Strong, particularly on LinkedIn. We will be sharing more details over the next couple of weeks. Our team is heavy into testing. Kate Wood has really been working to lead this effort. Thank you, Kate. More to come. Please stay tuned. Again, thank you all so much for being with us. I'm super excited for your next steps. And Chantel, back over to you.
Awesome. Thank you, Candy. Super excited about all those upcoming announcements and events. All right, so I'm going to introduce you to some of our employer partners. You're going to come back. I'm going to walk you through a couple of tools, and then we are opening the breakout rooms, and it's time for you to talk to the employers. With that being said, the first company we're going to talk to today is Lowe's, and we have Rebecca Medlin joining us. Hi, Rebecca.
Hi, everyone. As Chantel said, my name is Rebecca Medlin. I am an early and emerging recruiter with Lowe's, as well as an active duty Army spouse here at Fort Campbell, Kentucky. While many of you know us primarily through our storefronts, because I'm sure you're there visiting every weekend, we do offer a wide range of career opportunities beyond just our retail storefronts. So that's including IT positions, nurse care management, pilots, and much more. 7% of our workforce are made up of our military community members. For our student veterans, we were ranked #1 in the 2025 Vault Retail Internship Survey with a 98% off rate for returning interns or full-time positions. So although our summer 2025 internship application period has closed, we'll be opening applications for summer 2026, and it will be here before we know it. But additionally, Lowe's provides national skill bridge opportunities for transitioning service members, offering management positions in our stores and supply chain facilities. We start the first Monday of every month. And then we also have corporate SkillBridge fellowships available with our merchandising team at our headquarters in Morrisville, North Carolina. For my fellow military spouses out there, Lowe's offers a military spouse fellowship. So starting in our sales specialist positions, it offers a really unique opportunity to be able to transfer your employment to any of our locations throughout your military spouse career with our policy. So I guarantee you there's a Lowe's even in the smallest of towns. So for those of you who are familiar where Fort Huachuca, Arizona is, where I just came from, there is a Lowe's and that's about it, and a Target, thankfully. But lastly, for anyone seeking full-time opportunities, we do help translate your military experience and advocate for you during the recruitment process with the recruiters for those positions. So if you're interested in hearing more about exploring opportunities with Lowe's, definitely join our breakout room and we'll help answer all your questions.
Thanks, Rebecca. Appreciate it. All right, next up, we have Cushman and Wakefield. Do we have Matt or Jamie speaking today?
Hey, we're both here, but I will, I'll take the lead here. Hey, everybody, Matt Disher, Executive Director of Military and Veterans Programs at Cushman and Wakefield. And I'm a veteran of America's favorite gun club, the United States Marine Corps. I'm going to drop my contact information in the chat right now. So if you look there right now, you're going to see, although the chat's moving pretty quick, some links in there that can connect you to me, can connect you to our career site and our military and veterans page, as well as our SkillBridge and MilSpouse interest forms and things like that. I'm joined by my counterpart, Jamie McCall, who, among other things, leads our world-class SkillBridge program. Will be in the room. I think Billy Flagg might join us later if you're connected to any of us on LinkedIn. We spend a lot of time on there. Look, Cushman & Wakefield, if you haven't heard of us, we are a top commercial real estate services firm. We manage about 5 billion square feet of property around the world. Everything that is not a house or a highway. So the skyscraper to the football stadium where your favorite football team plays, to your multifamily condo complex, that's all commercial property. That's the world in which we operate. So you can't buy anything from us unless you are somebody who owns a piece of property or a building. A lot of the other companies, as John Snyder just pointed out in the chat, a lot of the other companies that you hear from today are clients of ours. We are working together. So I posted on LinkedIn earlier today that we're not in competition. We're a community. We're doing work together as clients, but we share best practices among this community. Listen, we're going to hire engineers, maintenance techs, property management. Our SkillBridge program has spanned 30 different types of job families in our company. We are in every small, medium, and large size market around the United States and around the world. But I'll finish with this. As Candy mentioned at the beginning, you don't have to be on camera today. Use this as a network. When I got out of the Marine Corps, we didn't have this kind of thing. We simply had to drop resumes into things and hope that somebody would call us back. And that is not a strategy. Hope is not a strategy. Networking is going to be your best tool here. So whether or not you actually talk to anybody today, if you have the opportunity to follow up with any one of us, please use that. Please use that network. And I'll tell you one other thing. Everybody you connect with here after this call, ask them if they can make an introduction to 2 more people that'll help you gain a little bit more network. Again, you can drop resumes all day long and hope that they don't fall into the black hole of applications. This is going to be your silver bullet to figuring out what you're doing next, figuring out your next pathway. So do connect with us. Come see Jamie and I in the Cushman & Wakefield room. Thanks.
Thank you, Matt. And the perfect example of what we talked about when we just started was the insights that you gain from participating in these network events. I mean, just the nuggets that he dropped in a less than 2-minute intro. All right. Next up from Johnson & Johnson, we have Sydney. Hi, Sydney.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining today. My name is Sydney, and I'm the SkillBridge Program Manager at J&J. I'm also an active duty military spouse and have been serving this community for, over 15 years now. And I'm honored to be here with a couple of my colleagues, Celeste, who came through one of our SkillBridge programs, and then Courtney Taylor, who is one of our military sourcers. And as some of you may know, J&J is a large and broadly based healthcare company, which means we have job functions to help keep us running. So this is inclusive of supply chain, operations, sales, finance, engineering, you name it, we've got it. Outside of those direct hire roles, we have a couple of dedicated pathways for transitioning service members, veterans, and military spouses. This includes the SkillBridge program, the Military Spouse Fellowship program, and our veteran sales pathway as well. So keeping it short and sweet, and we hope that you join us in our breakout room to learn more about these programs and look forward to connecting with y'all.
Thank you, Sydney. Appreciate it. All right, next up, we have Paola from Verizon.
Hello, everyone. My name is Paola Martinez, and I lead Verizon's military recruitment programs. Prior to coming to Verizon, I was also part of the greatest branch in the military, the Marine Corps. I served for 5 years, and raw, that's why the Marines on this call. My team is also here with me today, so you'll connect with Brittany, who is also a military veteran, and Regina, who is a military spouse. So you guys will get to hear more about what Verizon is. But just a quick thing, Verizon is more than a cell phone company. We're a technology company. So we are hosting, we have opportunities for our fellowship, our military fellowship programs, our SkillBridge programs, direct hiring, and we're also doing a student veteran as well. So as Matt had mentioned, every employer here either is a veteran, a military spouse, or an ally to the military community. So whether you come to Verizon or you go to any other of these employees, this is a military-friendly organization, environment, and also really leverage what Matt said about networking and continuing to build upon your experience, because I am a product of a hire through network. I just want to throw it out there. So I knew somebody here at Verizon that was looking for the role that I was previously on, and that's how I was able to get an interview, and now I'm here at Verizon 5 years later. So it was a good opportunity. So network is extremely powerful, maintaining that military community, helping one another. So one of the things we like to say here is we serve 2 Bs. First, the veteran community, and then our Verizon, right? So pay it forward. So once you have it all figured out, pay it forward to the next, to your buddies. So stop on by our booth. We're more than welcome to talk to you guys about our careers page, how you can find opportunities, how you can utilize our skills matcher if you don't know exactly what you want to do. So we look forward to stopping by, or you stopping by to our breakout room. So back to you, Chantel.
Thank you so much, Paola, and great points, right? I'm seeing in the chat, some people, oh, I'm not eligible for SkillBridge because I've been out too long. There's pathways for every facet of your military transition, whether you're just getting out, you're eligible for SkillBridge, you're looking for direct hire roles, paid training. So please keep that in mind when you're talking to all the employers today. There's lots of different pathways. All right, next up, we have Fiserv, and that is Fiserv, not with a PH, and I will hand it over to Seth. Are you joining us today?
Hey, I am. Thank you so much. So just gets out of the way. I did post some information there in the chat. So, you know, for the Marine Corps guys and stuff like that, you're worried about being able to listen and write at the same time. It's okay. It's right there. You can just save it. It's okay. I retired from the Army back in 22. I came through the Hiring Your Heroes Corporate Fellowship Program. I retired from the Center of the Universe, Fort Liberty/Bragg, right? North Carolina. Go Army. So Fiserv, right? I say, you know, we're probably one of those companies that you know, like you probably never heard of, but I guarantee you probably use us. We are original fintech. We've been around for over 40 years, and we are a business to business. So we manage, or you know, we focus in on movement of money, right? So if you got on PayPal, you use Zelle, you went to Dunkin' Donuts, you went to Walmart, you you use DoorDash, right? You're using services, payments and software services that move the money, and that's what we do. We manage that. So we provide those services to businesses, and that's probably why you've never heard of us. But I guarantee that you know that if you're with a major bank or major merchant, then you probably have heard of us. We also have a point of sale system. It's called Clover, similar to Toast and Square and things like that. So that's another way that
are we
you
doing the exam
interact
right
with
this second,
us.
or is this for scheduling?
So you know, what are we looking for, right? we've got locations all over the country. And so, what we're looking for, what I would say is everything but healthcare, right? When you're a Fortune 500 company with 40,000 employees managing, 6,000 or 25,000 financial transactions a second, right? You really need talented individuals at every levels of the company, and that can be tech, cyber, audit, um, risk, project management, right? Program management, pretty much you name it, right? Front end, back end, software development, a lot of those things, right? We've got those types of roles for you. So the question is just, is it where that you're willing to be at, and are you qualified for it? For our student veterans out there, we are getting ready to ramp up for our analyst program. Phenomenal 2-year paid program. I've got my colleague Nate Smith with me here today. He's our lead recruiter for our campus and military team. So if you're a student veteran or a recent grad, or you're going to be graduating soon, please come over, talk to him, and let's see if this is something we can make work for you, because it really is one of the greatest ways to start out a new career and just be with a company that is just all about the military. So I don't want to take up too much time, but please come join us in the breakout room, and we'll talk more. Back to you, Chantel.
Thank you, Seth. Appreciate it. All right, next up from United Health Group, we have Barbara Beltram. Hi, Barbara.
Hi, Chantel. Hi, everybody. Thanks so much for joining the first call for 2025. Super exciting. So I am a retired Navy chief, as well as married to a retired Marine. I also did SkillBridge, so I've been in your shoes, and I'm definitely excited to explain and talk about what United Health Group is and does. So United Health Group is a very large company. We're Fortune 4, and we do everything, including healthcare. So business, finance, customer service, tech, healthcare, and everything related to it. So we want to make sure that the SkillBridge opportunities are highlighted. I am part of the inclusive hiring team here at United Health Group, and my particular focus is providing opportunities to the military community. We also have a military spouse fellowship program in partnership with Hiring Our Heroes. So we definitely have those two pathways. And then, of course, if you're looking for direct hire, we will also absolutely advocate and assist if we can in the recruiting process. So if you're interested in being part of the healthcare industry, you do not need to be a healthcare experienced person. You do not have to have any sort of a healthcare background, because we have roles, 1,000 different job codes that could apply to almost any skill set that any of you bring to the table. So come check us out, see if it might be something you'd be interested in. I'm looking forward to meeting anybody who wants to come over. Thanks, Chantel.
Thank you so much. All right, and then we have HCA Healthcare, who has John and Ricky. John, are you speaking today?
Ricky's going to jump in for us.
All right, Ricky.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes. Can hear you now.
Perfect. Hello, everybody. I'm Ricky Coxstein. I'm with HCA Healthcare, and we are a hospital of 186 hospitals and 2,400 urgent cares. We have positions open for clinical and non-clinical, and I am just like you. I am retired from the Army. My husband is retired from the Army, and I was transitioning out, and that unknown was definitely putting a lot of pressure on me. I was applying to those positions, Amazon, Dell, AT&T, and I was getting those emails saying that I was not qualified, or I didn't meet minimum qualifications, or I was excess candidate flow. That's where we can step in and we can help you along the way. We'll put a spotlight on your application. We'll link you up with a recruiter directly, a hiring manager, so you can move forward to that interview opportunity. I have personally been a part of candidates that have sat here just like you right now, and they are now working with HCA. They've gotten their offers, they're moving it forward, and they're even posting about it on social media platforms. I would be honored if you could come over to our booth and tell me a little bit about your experience, what you're looking to do, and see if it's a great fit for HCA.
Thank you, Ricky. Appreciate it. All right, and then next up we have Erin Miranda from Wells Fargo, and just want to let you know ahead of time, Wells Fargo does not have access to the chat. So if you're messaging in the chat to Wells Fargo, they can't see it, but we will drop in their email, which is militaryrecruiting@wellsfargo.com. But Aaron, it is all you.
Thank you, Chantel. Well, hello, I'm Aaron Miranda. I'm an OIF Army veteran, and I'm one of the senior military talent liaisons here at Wells Fargo. And I've been on the stagecoach for a little bit over 3 years, but I've been in talent acquisitions and military transition services for over 19 years, from working in academia to owning and operating my own recruitment firm. Now, my primary responsibility at Wells Fargo is to help veterans and military spouses find the right role with us. At Wells Fargo, we actually have 30 individuals dedicated to help veterans and military spouses become team members through direct placements or through our veteran exclusive programs. Programs such as our vet internship program, our CFP program, our Triple H program, our apprenticeships, and our Boots to Banking. Currently, we actually have this great commercial banking analyst Boots to Banking program. We're going to bring in 13 veterans and it's currently open. Okay, qualifications, of course, must have a bachelor's degree or graduating by June 2025. So come join our breakout room to find out a little bit more. Also, like Chantel was saying, chat is disabled for me. So if you left a comment, I'm not trying to ignore you. Back to you.
Thank you, Aaron. And then last up, we have John Pierce from AWS. Hi, John.
Hey, everybody. My name is John Pierce. I'm a senior recruiting business partner with AWS, which is decent sized part of a company, Amazon, a few subsidiaries there. Inside of Amazon, I mean, it really is everything. Almost all of the positions that you may or may not have held in the military will transfer over to a role within Amazon as a whole. Specifically the data centers that I recruit for, or I say recruit for, but I'm responsible for new data center stand-up strategy. I kind of stepped out of recruiting, which I miss it. But I am joined here by Jared Matthews, who's one of our recruiters from the cleared space. I am going to drop 4 links and 2 email addresses, and my LinkedIn profile in the chat box. Those are the resources for you all to use. Our veteran spouse homepage, our Opline skills translator, the normal commercial Amazon.jobs page, and then the cleared job search page, which is going to be Jared's specialty, which he'll be discussing more in the breakout room. As far as those data center roles are concerned, or corporate roles, it's all over the country, but Northern Virginia, Ohio, Texas, Seattle, Washington, Denver, Colorado, Missouri, Pennsylvania now, Mississippi, Indiana, Oregon, Phoenix, Nevada, California, a few spots in California, and those are all going to be data center or cloud focused positions within AWS. The first 5 that I mentioned are cleared facilities. So if you have, I saw somebody dropped a polygraph level clearance info in there. If you have that clearance, reach out to us or check out the cleared job search. As far as programs, we have a ton of, again, military focused, spouse focused, and recent grad or current student focused programs, designed to bridge that gap. We also do off-cycle fellowships for hiring our heroes and some of the other partners that we have. So feel free to check us out, connect with me on LinkedIn, or if you have questions, shoot myself or Jared an email. And +1 on what Matt Disher said earlier about the networking. Build relationships. Find your John Pierce or your Matt or your Ricky or your Aaron at a company. Build that relationship and then help others get in there as well.
Awesome. Thank you so much, John. All right, you have like a minute and a half left with me. I want to walk through some really cool tools we have, and then we're going to open the breakout room so you can talk to people that have the jobs. So give me 1 second. I'm going to share my screen. All right. So a couple of things I really want you to notice, and we're going to drop all the links in the chat. We have our 50 strong opportunity marketplace. If you haven't checked this out, really highly encourage you to do it. This is basically a one-stop shop for all military talent pathways. This is going to include thousands of SkillBridge roles, military affiliated student roles, so new grad, FTE opportunities, internships, part-time work, all kinds of apprenticeship and paid training pathways. And then of course we have a ton, well, thousands of direct hire roles listed on this opportunity marketplace. What's the best part of this is that it's very easily filterable by city and state level. We know location is extremely important. So please utilize this tool as much as you can. Lots of the employers that are here today have their roles listed on our marketplace, so make sure to take advantage. Now, as far as preparing for your breakout rooms, in all of the registration emails, you should have had access to our key employment pathways. We're going to drop that in the chat. This is basically a high-level overview of all of the employer participants that are here today. It'll have a check mark next to them if they're present today, and it'll just give you the contact information that they have provided in order for you to learn more about those roles. So definitely take a look, see what critical locations make sense for you, and pick your breakout rooms that way. Now, when it comes to opening the breakout rooms, there's a button at the bottom of your screen that says breakout rooms, or a little circle with 3 dots that you can click join, and you can hover over all the different company names and decide which breakout room you want to go into. You can stay in a breakout room as long as you want to, but we encourage you to move freely. We're going to send 15-minute reminders. That does not mean you have to leave. It's just letting you know how much time is left on our 60-minute clock. So please encourage you to talk to as many employers as you can today. If you have any issues moving into the breakout rooms, just drop it in the chat box, your name and where you want to go, and we will help move you. Now I'm going to open the breakout rooms, but as we're waiting on everybody to come back in, want to make sure that you see this awesome screen that has all of our upcoming events. If you go ahead and scan this QR code, you'll be able to see all of our upcoming events. We have the majority of all of our standard employer connects up for the rest of the year through 2025 through December. Plus, there's peppered in tons of featured employer events and then our events that we talked about. So make sure to RSVP for that. Next steps, please be proactive in all the relationships that you built today, all the people that you met. Follow up directly with the recruiters in whatever way that they told you was the best way, whether that's a military info, following them on LinkedIn, messaging them on LinkedIn, sending them an email. Just stay on top of it, but do have grace because recruiters get lots and lots of messages, so they might not be able to answer you right away, but just keep following up. Something very cool. So we have, don't have a t-shirt or a hat. They're very soft and they're very comfortable and stylish, might I add. So if you post on LinkedIn of your experience today, share some advice, share your, something that you learned about that maybe you didn't know about, tag the company and recruiter that you talked to, and we will send you a 50 strong t-shirt or a hat.
And hey, Chantel, Nate is modeling the hat.
Ooh, perfect.
Nate.
Yes, thank you.
All right. And Matt is modeling one of our new vests that are super cool. Matt, are you out there?
He had to jump, Candy.
Oh, got it.
Okay.
We had it on before if anybody saw it.
I actually have a picture of that, so we'll hold off from there. But these QR codes are for all of our social media platforms. So I'm going to let you know that if you follow us on Instagram and Facebook and LinkedIn, the first one that's going to do that today after this meeting will get a 50 strong t-shirt or hat no matter what. But we do encourage the posting as well. So in the next 24 hours, please make sure that gets up there because the first ones that we see will be the ones that we send some swag to. All right, now, if you don't get a free 50 strong t-shirt or a hat, don't fret because we have an entire shop that's dedicated to some cool swag, including vests, hoodies, hats, and more in lots of different colors. Make sure to check out our shop. It's on our website. We'll drop the link in the chat box too. If you get a 50 strong t-shirt, hat, vest, please tag us when take a picture of it. We'd love to see it and we'd love to share. And know that 100% of all the proceeds from these purchases will go to career readiness efforts and nonprofits. So we really appreciate it. And I will say that Jamie, I believe Matt said that you were going to have a Cushman and Wakefield.
Yes. Yes, thanks, Chantel. If you were in our breakout room, please feel free to post on LinkedIn, just like Chantel said, tag myself, tag Matt, tag Cushman and Wakefield, tag 50 Strong. Tell us something that you learned, you liked, something new, and we will send you some goodies. We've got Cushman hats, glasses, mugs, notebooks, a Yeti cooler. We'll pick a couple out and send you some goodies. So thanks so much.
Thank you, Jamie. Thank you to everyone that came today. We had Candy. What was the last registration numbers?
Hang on, I'm just gonna look one more time real quick. 907.
907. That's, I believe, yeah, second highest registration we've ever had. And I have Seth's hand raised up, so I'm assuming, Seth, do you have any giveaways?
I do, and so a lot of people, you know, we're here talking about recruitment, and I'm all about finding jobs, but I'm also all about supporting our small businesses. And Fiserv is a huge supporter of our small minority businesses. And one of our favorite businesses is a place called Dog Tag Bakery. If you've never heard of them, they're out of Washington, D.C. They have a phenomenal fellowship program for people looking to start their own businesses. It's based out of Washington, D.C., and they also have another one in Chicago. If you've ever thought about starting your own business, I definitely recommend it. But if you do tag me, tag Fiserv in those posts, we'll pick one and I'll send you a box worth probably about $120 worth of cookies, coffee. It's phenomenal. Share it with your family, share it with your friends, and just, you know, enjoy a veteran supporting business out there, because they're the backbone of this country. So I'd love to share that with someone.
All that stuff would fit nicely in the Yeti cooler if you guys wanted to collaborate on that.
There we go.
Do a little Shark Tank action.
That.
Yeah.
Hey, Fiserv is a client of ours, so of course we will.
Throwing that out there. Yeah, great.
All right, so make sure Natalie.
Yeah, I just saw something in the chat and I just wanted to make a note here. Someone had requested a list of recruiters and contacts. I want to stress that I am not a recruiter. I am the military program manager for Global Medical Response. I do have a team of talent acquisition professionals and recruiters, but some people who are coming to these meetings, myself included, are not actually the recruiter. We are the person that will move you to the right people. I just want some clarity on that.
Thanks for that, Natalie. We appreciate it.
But yes, follow the Key Pathways page that we had sent earlier. It lives on our website. It's going to stay the same until our next event. So a lot of the contact information that the companies present here today wanted to share with you will be there. Otherwise, LinkedIn. Follow up on LinkedIn. Make sure to come to the Next 50 Strong event, which is on February 20th. And then for anybody interested in technician paid training roles, there's 15 dealers from History on Materials Handling joining us on the 6th of February. And just huge thank you to everyone that joined, and thank you to all of the employers who took their time out today too. And you guys have a great rest of your day. Bye.
Thank you.
Joining us, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Candy, Chantel, and Kate. You guys are the best.
Good nights.
Charge on. I'll shoot you a note.
Awesome. Thanks, everybody. We really appreciate y'all joining. Hope you had fun.
Candy, you got me paranoid that every time that I'm on camera, you're going to try and steal a picture of me smiling. But good to see you again. Good start new year, and we'll see you next month.
Awesome. See you, Nate.
This one was really great. Just wanted to let you guys know. Great turnout, great questions. So, like, probably one of the best ones.
Oh, love it.
Thank you, Stephanie.
So,
we appreciate
you guys did a great job. I mean, I always push these. Trust me. Like, you guys see me always out there sharing them. I tell every person to connect with you guys, follow you guys, all of that.
Yep. Thank you, Stephanie. I really appreciate that, especially because we were recording. Thank you, Stephanie. We appreciate you.
Hey, you know I'm genuine. I tell you what I think all the time. You guys know that.
We know.
Okay, you guys have a great rest of your week.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. I'm going to close us out. Make sure to do your follow-ups, and we will see you next time.
Take care, everyone.